It's your girl, Renise Washington, aka Wellness Queen. And this week, join me as we explore mindfulness, a potential technique to help us in high pressure environments, in particular, school ones. So let's go. So, when we're talking about mindfulness, what do we mean? And ultimately, it really is a technique that supports people in being present, which means that we are very much aware of how we are feeling, not just our emotions, but how our body feels when our shoulders are a little uptight, when our jaws are clenched. Mindfulness allows us to be present. So that doesn't mean that we're concerned about what happened 10 years ago, and we're not so concerned what happens 5 years from now. Because what we do know, if nothing else, is that we are here. And while we are here, what is it that we are experiencing? What are we smelling? What are we seeing? What are we feeling? This is what it means to be mindful. And this is an important technique because when we are emotionally heightened, right, you get to sweating, you start to feel your pulse, increase, and you feel yourself being heightened, it can be really hard to be mindful. It can be hard to be present. But mindfulness reminds us that if nothing else, and not to say that our other past things don't matter or our future concerns aren't an issue, but right now, how are we taking care of our needs? So, what could practicing mindfulness look like? Some examples would be some breathing techniques, right? When you are really heightened, making sure that you breathe in through your nose and exhaling through your mouth. For some, guided imagery is something that's supportive towards helping you regulate, right? So for some, that looks like taking in your mind, visualizing a picture of something that's calming, and that might be a wave, all right? So let's say you're feeling really heightened, but you close your eyes and you're picturing a wave rise and then fall. All these things are important factors or techniques in ways of helping you remember to center back to who you are right now, what you're feeling, dealing with presently, okay? So those are just a couple of examples of how you can breathe and be mindful. We want to talk about some of the different ways that we can be mindful. That might be breathing techniques, that might be guided imagery, that might be, kind of thinking of, okay, well, I may be struggling with some of this grace giving or compassion or empathy, but I've got friends who do it really well. What would they do? How do I channel them? So really just trying to figure out, okay, what does it look like for me to be present? And what helps me be present with the variety of emotions I might be experiencing. Mindfulness is for you, but the best part is it's by you, so it's free. And who can say that these days? So get you a piece and get mindful. This has been Wellness Queen.